don't worry. After these sets of videos, I think it's gonna be like 3 or 4 parts. You'll never see those loading screens again, because I will edit them out. Alright, so like I said, if you want to know the attribute issue, go to the entrance hall, and when you go purchase, click the select button, and you'll see the attribute grid. So, there's 5 areas, I believe, and we're going to start with Area 1, within this Capsule Monsters tournament. And we fight Denoticon! As you can see, they showed a stage. You can check the stage details, but that deals with another stupid loading screen and showing off the entire arena, which is good if you can't really see it too well in that screenshot, but I recommend not doing it because it's a waste of like 3 minutes. And as you can also see, Joey, or Janochi, has a fire attribute symbol, meaning that he most likely will have fire attribute monsters. Now, since I am dark, it won't be too much of a problem. So, without further ado, let's start. So in this case, my better chance of winning will have to be using water monsters and not using wood monsters. See, I knew what it was, but I couldn't go and get it. Oh, Joey, how much I love you so. For you new subscribers, if you're just watching this now, I do. Joey is my favorite character in the entire Yu-Gi-Oh franchise. He's like #1.
Hiya, Yug. I've been waiting for
My
you.
baby Wayne Grayson.
Joey!
My baby.
The one and only.
Oh, yeah.
And don't think I'm gonna take it easy on you just because you're my friend. I'm not holding anything back.
Neither will I.
Then let's get started, Joey.
I hope you guys can't really hear me breathing. This is horrible. I never had this problem before. Alright, what you're gonna do is, this shows who goes first and who goes second. The higher the number, you're first. In this case, I get a 4, he got a 2, so I get to choose who goes first. Now, either way, you get an advantage to whatever you want, depending on who you're up against and what your attribute is and how much your monsters are in your waves. So, I'm actually going to go first because I just want to. I really don't have a preference against Joey, but I just like to be first most of the time. Now, as you can see, the symbols on the capsules are red and fiery, indicating that they are indeed fire monsters. And as you can see, it is a red crystal. More tutorials!
Okay, I'll select my monsters to play.
Enjoy!
Wait a sec.
What's wrong, Yugi?
There's a limit on which monsters you can use, which is determined by monster points.
You mean the points I paid in order to get monsters?
Yeah, each stage has a set limit of monster points. And the total monster points of the monsters you use cannot exceed the limit.
I see. That means if the monster point limit of the stage is 100, then I can use 10 monsters that are 10 monster points each. Or I can only use 5 monsters if they are 20 monster points each.
That's right. So you have to think carefully about the balance of which monsters to use.
Okay. Thanks, Yugi.
God, I'm very anal about my breathing right now. I feel like I'm gonna pass out. But yes, in this case, the MP here is 270, as you can see in the top left. On the top right, next to the MP bar, you'll see maximum deployment, 0/6. Meaning that our maximum monsters that we can use in this stage is 6. In this case, we don't have any yet that we picked. Now the MP next to the monsters, remember when we bought them with the same amount of monster points? Well, the same monster points are actually going to be affected by the MP gauge up there. So in this case, if I pick Karibos, it'll go down. So you gotta pick wisely. So now also you can check where they're weak against and where they're strong against. So you probably won't see me referring to this too much. So you probably refer to me. I'll probably refer to like other things. Not that though. I'm gonna pick our 2 Karibos. I'm actually gonna pick this. Where's our other water guy? Alright, we need 2 more monsters. Definitely not wood. I am not stupid. Maybe Steel Scorpion and Skeleton Gal. And I still have 19 MP left over. Now, you can pick a spot anywhere in the blue area to put your symbol in. It doesn't matter where. It's later on it will get very strategic where you should put things. In this case, they give you a wide variety. Sometimes you only get a certain like 5 squares. Sometimes you get as big as this. So I'm actually gonna put it here. Select a method. Now you can have the computer randomize where your capsules are going to be located. But I like to do it manually because the computer's stupid. So we're gonna put our guy here. Now you'll see blue and orange squares. Blue indicates how the piece will be moved, how it can only move, and the orange indicates where he can attack. So in this case, he can only move 3 spaces on vertical and horizontal, and he can only attack once all around his area. So I'm just actually gonna place him here. So now that we got that figured out, I'm just gonna cut to the chase and just place my guys anywhere. Don't have to explain why I'm putting them there. I really don't have a place for them. All I know is I'm putting my water guys in the front so they have a better chance of doing stuff. Okay. I know that this is like slightly boring now, but once all the tutorials are gone, I promise you that it will go a lot quicker. Yes. Not the best positions, but later on, it'll be very strategical. I really don't have a strategy for Joey at all, but to hit him and hit him hard and fast, so that you can finish this tutorial stage.
It's time to stop.
And speaking of tutorials, we got more.
Hey, in order to move your pieces, you need AP.
I see. Each piece has a set requirement of AP. And if I move it, then the AP on the screen decreases, correct?
Yep. And if you don't have enough AP, then you can't move your pieces anymore.
So I have to be careful about the amount of AP when thinking about how to move my pieces.
Uh-huh. But first, you can't move anything if you don't summon monsters from your capsules. So you have to choose which monsters to summon.
You're right. Okay.
Now, once they're summoned, you can't use them all. So once you summon them, that's it. Until next turn when you can start moving them. So in this case, you either want to pull out your best monster first, or pull out both your best monster and maybe some weaker monsters, or just weaker monsters if you prefer. Either way, it works. Now, as you can tell, my AP is going down, but there's a little in the parentheses, there's a number that's increasing next to the plus sign. They will actually go into that later, so for now, I'm not going to go into detail. Also, as you can tell, this is a darker color. This is darker color. These are actually lighter colors, meaning that ones that are dark, obviously I can't touch them anymore, and or I don't have enough action points to move my monster or summon them. So, if you can still do stuff, your best bet is to keep doing it. Or you can reserve your action points for the next turn. Either way, you're pretty much set. It's up to you to make your strategies good.
Let's fight!
Now it's Joey's turn, and I can't fix the action. I moved the camera, so the camera's all weird now. Basically, he's summoning Fire Reapers, which are fire attribute monsters. Which is weird why you put them here in this area where there's water and light.
I'll tear down your defenses.
Like, I really shouldn't have pulled out Karibos and stuff.
Hey, right now you saw the AP increase,
And
right?
this will explain